Welcome, race fans, back to SVR. My name is Webbo. I'm here to bring you today's race. As always, we weren't necessarily expecting to be live, but thankfully we are able to go live. So that's great news, and a big thank you, as before, to CrookedWoody for providing the necessaries for the production of today's stream. Very appreciative. We'd love to get more support for the SVR channel. Head over to svr-racing.com for ways that you can support us on a regular basis, and that always, of course, helps us make and manage our finances as well as possible. This is how things are looking in our rookie season so far, with 2 races down. Hervas leads with 2 podiums, including a win at the latest round, and it's his birthday today as well. Hervas racing for Team Black. Oscar is in P2 with 1 podium, with Woody in P3 likewise. Jazzybeats in 4th, with Rizbak in 5th, moving up from the previous round's results, and Bannon in 6th. Vertigo 7th, Irish Liquid in 8th place, with Lord Souza, Rodrigo Fonseca and Jody making out our grid at the moment. But there are some changes afoot for some newcomers and fleshing out our grid, which is awesome to see, of course. Let's have a look at the team standings. PSV are on top by just 2 points ahead of Team Black, with Blue in 3rd, Yellow in 4th, Hector Motorsports in 5th place, and Team Orange in P6. But it's very close after those 2 rounds, and you can find out more detail about the individual race results, of course, on svr-racing.com. So looking forward to this one. I hope you guys are as well, and we're going to get ourselves viewing the race. I have realised, unfortunately, that the one thing I have not been able to do is get Hector organised for us. So I will do my best as we ride on board with Hervas, or Podium, as his name, of course, suggests. So I'm going to do my best here. We're at, of course, the home of the Japanese Grand Prix on Japanese Grand Prix Day, but I won't be giving out any spoilers in case anyone hasn't been able to watch the race. Although we are, of course, very late into the post-race point. But yeah, it's not great to do that to people, is it? Hopefully this is going to show quite well. I do need to make a change there to our track map, so let's try and make a change like that. That has increased, but we need to go even bigger, I think, on the track map. Hervas just getting everything ready to go today for his hot lap. If you're watching live with us, big welcome to you, and it's fantastic to have you with us, of course. Do say hello in the live chat and be part of today's stream if you so desire. We will do our best to entertain, educate and provide you the best broadcast possible. As I say, Hervas, Podium on my list, but Hervas is out as the first driver in qualifying, of course, and getting ready then to get the car set up. He's hoping the tyres are in the best condition possible as he heads down into that Casio triangle. Very, very tricky to pick the ideal line. It's very low grip on the way out there. Hi to Jailhouse Chris watching live with us, cheering on Mega Obsidian Black. And here we have the first lap in attack mode then for Podium. No gimmicks on the cars here as we head in towards turn 1. Just a small lift, a couple downshifts slowly. Try and encourage the car towards the apex, but keep that high apex speed going through turn 2. 3 and 4 now, and you can hear the tyres complaining. I don't know if Hervas on his new True Force Logitech RS50 will be feeling that tyre squeal in the wheel as I do, using the same equipment. He's got a brand new present for his birthday, although he may have decided to stick with the duct tape special G29 that he's been racing with, because obviously it's very new. You don't necessarily want to dive straight into an important race like this. Thanks, Chris, appreciate that. And hi to Brum as well. As we fire out a Degna 2, looking to try and find a good straight line braking zone in towards the Kobayashi hairpin. And around we go then, looking again for that outside point of the circuit where the grip is is limited but best. It's quite poor on the way out of the hairpin there, and then rounding the 200R towards the spoon corner section, which is spoon 1 here. Get on that power and then back off it again to get the car in for an early apex through spoon 2. An unusual early upshift there from Hervas, but he's trying to, I think, manage the wheel spin on the rear of the car. But it's all important to nail that throttle as quickly as possible down the back stretch and in towards the fearsome 130R, absolutely flat out. No super clipping here as we remain flat out until the braking zone of the Casio Triangle. Lap looking good at the moment. I mentioned we've got some new people. I'll go through those drivers momentarily, but here we have Hervas heading then through towards the line. He will go into P1, of course, as will join newcomer Taff in P2 so far. 201.4 there is not going to be particularly quick. We'll have a look at Lord Souza. He crosses the line. He is slightly slower than Taff himself. Newcomer Bugish Bandi across the line in P5, as Verti will cross over in P6. Rizback goes third very quickly as our sponsor for today, CrookedWoody, goes into P4. RossCo in P5, and then ahead of Taff and Burgess Bandi. Let's have a look. Who else have we got? Rodrigo Fonseca to cross the line. He can only manage 12th. Compatriot jazzybeats comes out of the final lap here. You see Bannon, Irish Liquid going 9th. Here comes jazzybeats, the final one to cross the line, and he is actually going to start his outlap right now, very, very late in the day. We'll ride out this time, I think, with Oscar, who is chasing down Hervas, and let's see if Hervas can make it 2 consecutive pole qualifying times here. The tyres are absolutely starting to complain. These soft tyres are going to be useless after this second hot lap, I do believe, as we head then towards the next few corners on board with Oscar. It's so good to have so many of you with us today. Really good to see you all. Here is Oscar firing out of the important Spoon 2 corner, and we'll get an update on his lap time just before he turns in to 130R. It is slightly slower. It's almost exactly the amount slower again than he was the first time on his hot lap. Look, Rizback is off the circuit, unfortunately. Let's have a look if we can see anything from CrookedWoody. The fastest time of 59.676. It wouldn't surprise me if Hervas is going quicker still. Let's have a look at him. In fact, he's gone in for some new tyres in this qualifying session within the 10-minute allotment of those times. So your standings at the moment: Hervas, Oscar, Rizback, CrookedWoody, RossCo with we've got Canvas with its Vertigo in P6. So that is how things are looking. Let me see if I can get that a bit better. That is no, it's a complete mix once again for my sake here on my display. I might try and go full screen with my Hector display in between Crowley and the race, but it's Hervas who is quickest. Hervas who is on his fast lap. We've just seen a good lap from jazzybeats, who puts himself on a 2-minute .397 into P4. Chris off to get practice. And Top Hat saying he keeps getting disconnected from the lobby, unfortunately. We hope you can get in there. Obviously, you'll have to start at the back. The sky and the clouds are looking very, very threatening out at here at Suzuka. And of course, we can get torrential rain in Suzuka here in GT7. So that is definitely going to be in the forefront of our drivers' minds. Still on the outlap then for Hervas with Oscar on a hot lap. He's heading towards the timing beam for his next one. He's significantly slower on those worst tyres, of course. An outlap also for Rizback as Hervas comes towards finishing out his outlap now. This is CrookedWoody in P5 coming out of the hairpin through 200 Rs. A bit of fighting going on in front of him. And into the pits comes Oscar. As we go back to Hervas then. I can't see who will be the first one to challenge, but we'll stay with Hervas as long as he is the fastest. As Brum's saying, he's going to get a message out there to race control on behalf of Top Hat, who is probably panicking right now, and with justification. Tyres, you can almost see the bouncing of the chassis there as he's at full lock into turn 3. You can see that the tyres are complaining. He's pushing this to the absolute limit. Looks like jazzybeats goes P3 there with his latest lap, and it is purple for Hervas there by nearly 0.2 of a second on those brand new softs, and on virtually zero fuel remaining. He'll just get this hot lap. He may not even get it back round to the pits, but he won't care because time will have run out. In through Degner 2 we go. Staying away actually from the absolute limit of the grip out there. Hasn't gained any more time. In fact, lost a little bit of time through sector 2. He'll try and regather himself here and use that low weight on the lack of fuel now on the car to try and get in these long flat out sections. He'll try and make up for that that loss of speed in through sector 2. This is out of spoon 1 into spoon 2. Little flick of the downshift. He does like third gear to pull out of spoon 2, just for that that steadiness on the rear axle, and he'll cross the line momentarily. Can he maintain or extend that gap? He is extending that gap now that the fuel has burnt off. He's at absolute acceleration maximum here. And he'll look for that braking zone just ahead of the Yokohama Bridge in towards the Casio Triangle. Can Hervas continue to stamp his authority here? A third and a first in the races so far. Could it be a pole position here for Hervas? It's even quicker from Hervas. Rysbach seems to have disappeared, says Brum as well. Rysbach was P3 just a few moments ago. Oggy is going to cross the line after the checkered flag, so he's not going to be able to complete his next flying lap. Woody might have an opportunity here. Let's have a look at Woody's lap as he goes towards that timing beam. No, it's a lot slower for Woody. Unfortunately, it's not been happening. Here comes Bannon to the line, and again, no driver finding pace at the end of this race, at the end of this qualifying session, with the exception of the very happy Hervas. Here comes our Team Green driver to cross the line then, and RossCo stays 7th, cannot improve, and lots of drivers now going slowly towards the end of this this race. There is Hervas then, the Obsidian Team Black driver, who has managed to secure a pole position by nearly half a second off the rest of the grid or more. It's Hervas then on his birthday, leading the championship, and there he is then, just touring to finish his set, and what a fantastic push that was for him. So good work from him. We've actually got a live pit stop happening on our position so far, so that's always interesting. And I just need to try and get myself a new view of what's happening really here, I think. So I'll do my best as we come to close out this qualifying session. Managed to forget how to do this. I found out how to do it before, and now I've managed to lose how to do it, which is not ideal, is it? Let me try and figure this out. Congratulations to Hervas though, with the qualifying ahead of Oscar jazzybeats. Okay. That's what I want. Perfect. Got it. All right. So Hervas ahead of Oscar, jazzybeats, CrookedWoody, Bannon out there with Lord Souza in P6, RossCo Vertigo and Candras with Rodrigo Fonseca. Looks like Rizback and Lord Top Hat. I don't know if their times are going to remain or they will have to settle for being at the back. We will wait and see on that one, as we'll try and get you a momentary have a look at how this is looking for qualifying. I will do my best to give you the best view that I possibly can for this, as I do also need to then go over here. A little bit of love for the Team Black livery there, I see, from Lord Top Hat. Can you get in, Top Hat? That's what we need to see, and Rizback as well. Can you get in? Rizback managed a 2-minute 1:26. So I think Top Hat didn't actually register a time. 2-minute 1.6 remains Rizback in P3. So what I thought was a good qualifying position for Jazzy Beats was beaten by Rizback, who is a veteran of the previous 2025 Adrian Newey division in the same car here at SVR. So very, very interesting there to see. And we'll wait for what's going to happen. I'll just check out. Well, I mean, Rizback has been able to say I was kicked out, which means that Rizback is back, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to say it. So we will we will hope that that he can find his way back in, and we've got everything working. So Top Hat back in, but after quali finished. So yeah, it's not looking good, unfortunately, for Top Hat and Rizback. These are the kind of things, unfortunately, that do happen in sim racing. As discussing a potential restart. Thank you very much, Brunt. It's just too much for me to monitor. A Hector overlay, a stream live chat, and there we go. New leaders, says Sir Grinch, as our Hector display is perhaps not showing everything that we want it to right now. That's why I've turned it off. It's not super helpful to show you a list that doesn't represent what the grid is actually seeing. But I would like to get a driver's eye view in the lower right corner if I can. Exactly. No worries at all. We make a decision, says Zenith. There is your qualifying result, by the way. But notwithstanding that Rizback should be in P3 with a 2-minute 0.126, was significantly quicker than it shows on the list there. So that was what we have for him. I'd love to hear your predictions. Can anybody challenge Hervas? Is a 20-lap race in what could be a wet Suzuka threatening enough there to see whether we will get a doubt over our drivers' performance, whether they can hang on. This track, famous, of course, for exposing rookies with its very, very narrow, old-school racing circuit, particularly through the Degnas, and inviting people to try and have a go into the Casio Triangle at the end of the lap, because there's precious little anywhere else to overtake in normal racing conditions. So yeah, waiting then to see if anybody can, if Rizback can check in. He says he can't check in, unfortunately, so we may have to run a lobby restart, or yes, a lobby restart. Hopefully we can keep everybody where they are. Grinch saying it exposed him last year. Okay, I wasn't looking at you implicitly there, Sir Grinch, but good on you for mentioning it anyway. But I was meaning in on-track racing, particularly in F1. You do tend to see if any track is going to have a problem for anybody to maintain a long pace advantage or long performance, it will be Suzuka. So we are going to run a reset. Unfortunately, though, we are going to have to change the structure to just a 20-lap race and a manual qualifying situation. So I don't think we're going to restart qualifying. At least I certainly hope not, because I have to go on and do a sprint quali feature for S1 later on. So that would be tricky. to try and manage everything together. Let's see what we can do. So yeah, lots of discussion going on. Thankfully, drivers just posting screenshots of where they should be on the order. I don't know if Zenith is listening in. He's obviously doing a lot of hard work here. I know Brum is passing messages along to set up the manual grid. Brum just letting them know what I've just said. Thank you, Brum. Appreciate it. Yeah, we could do with some team content to fill these tricky moments, couldn't we? So if you do want to do some scenescapes, some moving images, recordings for your specific division, or I could potentially do like a slideshow of cool action. Then yeah, let me know. Just don't include any non-YouTube copyright-free audio library music, because that's not very easy to integrate, and kind of gets copyright pings on the channel. Do I want some clips of sideways action? Of course I want some clips of sideways action, Brum. Put it together in something and I can run it again. Zenith saying he's killing the room in a moment there. So yeah, we're just and it's not really fair because the drivers did run qualifying properly, with the exception of Lord Top Hat. But the room will end. So I might need to just switch us onto a different scene here. Right, yes, I'm going to have to input the scene, input the lobby code. So in order to do that, I will just put you back onto our team standings. I'm not going to put you on team standings. I'm going to put you on the access for the race engineer. You can actually see that this is on svr-racing.com. If you hit league/races, then you get a display, and that R3 is the race engineer app here, and the live overlay that I use for the drivers to show. But I will give you those standings to study in great detail while I go and get myself into the lobby properly, because yeah, that's proprietary, and we could end up with people jumping their way in. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to need to enter that. As soon as I have it, I will try and get in. It did have a little bit of trouble getting in, but I think maybe earlier on. So I don't know if that was because things were happening with changing the lobby settings and things like that. So otherwise, hopefully I'll get the new code and I can go ahead and enter that. So go ahead and ask questions if you wish to, or chat amongst yourselves for a second while I try and get into the new lobby. Yeah, he's he entered it and then edited it. So I was halfway through entering. Let's see, is that going to let me in? It is. Super. Okay, we are joining. So we'll be in there in a moment for you. Apologies, I've had to skip away from the live stream there. How's my day been? I've watched a lot of racing cars today, so not a big change for me, as I'm sure you're aware. But yeah, that's what's been going on for me today. Lots of people joining. Let's have a quick look, shall we, at our calendar this season as well. So I'm going to go ahead and have a look at that one. Of course, coming up later on, we have an 8-lap sprint. This is for S1, by the way. Hopefully that's coming through. You can see the division on the top. But yeah, coming up later on the channel, you will see that we have an 8-lap sprint, 10-minute qualifying, followed by a feature race, 30-lap 35 lap race around Tokyo Expressway, south counterclockwise city circuit, street circuit, usually at night, for S1. But here in the rookie division, we are just like we've come back to Suzuka after our S1, S2 drivers tackled Suzuka earlier on in the season. But we've obviously had both Alsace and Sardinia. We have had Suzuka today, and then we go on to Yas Marina. We're not finishing the season in Yas Marina, oddly enough, but after we finish today, believe it or not, we will be 1/4 of the way through our 12 race championship with Laguna Seca following that. But there is a gap in the diary. So 19th April will be the next one. We're skipping, I believe, for G1, G2. We are skipping Easter weekend. And that then shoves everything on a week. So just do have a check on here. You can even download this calendar as an ICS file if you wish to. In fact, I'm not sure I'm quite showing that, but there's an ICS file which you can integrate into just about any calendar apps or software. Laguna Seca, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Should be fantastic rounds. Certainly not treating our rookies gently, are we? With those tracks, then Red Bull Ring, Barcelona, Brands Hatch Grand Prix, Nürburgring Grand Prix, just the short little permanent racetrack, and then Autodromo de Interlagos, finishing at Spa as well. So that's the way our season is going to shape up. There is also some post-season party plans being made right now. For our drivers, and it's looking like that will be in the Americas. So that's still to come after the season ends, and that will be after the G1 season finishes, which will be after 27th September. So we are going pretty long into the year with a couple nice breaks mid-season. I think the feeling was last season that we went a bit too intensive, and people were getting a little bit fatigued by the end of the season, and some things were causing problems. Don't go anywhere, folks. I can see the metrics dropping, but we will have a race for you very, very soon. So there really is no need to scarp up. It's be good to see you all. Lord Top Hat can tell us not only how Sunday evening goes, but how does Monday look so far? And I imagine probably not great right now, but we will get everything back on with you as quickly as we possibly can. So trust and just be patient for us. Look forward to seeing this race, these newcomers. Of course, diving in the deep end at Suzuka. We've seen two-stop strategies be the way to go this season so far. So it's there's a lot to put into this rookie league. The cars are very satisfying to drive, quite easy to catch when they start to go over the edge of grip. A nice set of training wheels here for our newcomers and more junior drivers, I suppose. The less experienced, not strictly all rookies. Maybe we need to do that for the 2027 season. There's a lot of water to flow under the bridge before that. But just checking in now to make sure that we can go racing for 20 laps around this formidable Suzuka Circuit. And I will do my best to give you a good driver to view. I think Bannon might be a good position there, down in P7 P6, yes, P7 as it will be once everything is underway. And here we go then, 876, and it's time to get racing. So let's go racing, shall we? And look forward to this round 3 of the rookie season. What do you say we jump in a race? I'd love that, Finn, I would, but not this race, if that's what you meant. We're going to do our best here. It's Hervas with Oscar and Rizbak, and then it's Jazzybeats in the background there behind as we get ready to go racing then We have 5 red lights. Wow, long hold, and it's dropped the clutch and go, 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 and Hervas screams away. Well, Risbach with his reinstated P3 screams away on the clean side of the grid as we head down towards that all-important turn 1, turn 2 interchange, and it's Risbach up to P2. It's Oscar who goes very, very wide outside of turn 2. Will try and find his way back through, and there is Irish Liquid going sideways, the leader's teammate, Irish Liquid, and Team Black right down at the back of the grid, but it's Hervas who's away in P1 by 1.2 seconds already from Risbach, followed by the Team Orange Brazilian jazzybeats driver. Then it's CrookedWoody and Bannon in P4 and 5. What an amazing start there, with RossCo running right round the outside of Dunlop to try and get the inside line through Degner 1. RossCo with the Saltire flag on his helmet, and it's Bannon who goes sideways now through the gap between Degner 1 and 2. RossCo ran into him. Did he avoid damage? He did, thankfully. And you got a good view of that on your POV as then we've got Kandras in P6 with Oscar rejoining from that problem in P1. Lode Souza in 8th and Bannon down in 9th position. Back towards the front to check in on our drivers. It's Hervas, Risbach and jazzybeats so far from Woody, RossCo and Kandras from the start of our race. Let's go back though and maybe have a revisit look at the start here from the perspective of some of our drivers a little bit further back. This is on board with the Team Orange driver as we head into turn 1. Have a look. You can see car goes off in ahead here. We've got several things happening all at once. Avoiding action plenty of drivers out on the grass, and it's absolutely anybody's. And we've got another driver off. That looked like, was that Bannon again? No, it was Oscar. Oscar dropping back. Then where is Oscar? There he is. He's had a nightmare of a start to this race. Is this Bannon or is this Oscar? As he goes, oh wow! I don't think I've ever seen that before from Oscar. Then dropping right down to the back with huge damage on the side and front and rear of the car. Straight into the pit lane we go with Oscar, and we rejoin then in P3 with jazzybeats then chasing down Risbach here. Rivals from last season, Risbach and jazzybeats. Good to see them on track once again as we run through, and you can enjoy Bannon's POV there as we continue. Oh, the humanity, says Brum. And would that look like Risbach might have been slightly off the circuit, but he's managed to stay on the circuit. Both Team Green drivers, Woody and RossCo, 4th and 5th positions as we run through this second racing lap down into the Kobayashi hairpin, as we watch then with our Team Azul Blue driver ahead of Hector's Bannon, and then Lord Souza in the orange Team Orange car as he runs a 4-second penalty on Souza's car. That is huge punishment for him. So I have no idea what happened there as we go back to see that there may have been a change of position here. This is jazzybeats following Risbach down in towards Spoon 2, puts himself on the inside. Risbach leaves space, but unfortunately Risbach runs out onto the marbles, such as they are even on lap 2, and loses the place out to jazzybeats. This is all, of course, helping Hervas get away. 4.4 seconds Hervas's lead, and here is the battle for the remaining spots on our podium. Incredible stuff for RossCo now. Kandras and Bannon are close together, as you can see picture in picture. Kandras and Bannon followed by Lord Top Hat, who is still with us so far in the Team Gold with the blue nose. Lord Top Hat in 8th, Lord Souza in 9th, followed by Rodrigo Fonseca. We have a couple drivers who've disconnected from Hector, or haven't been able to establish a Hector connection out there. It's another all yellow and golden car. It's Oscar in 13th, Vertigo in 14th here. This is Oscar, I believe. Oh, that's Oscar. There's Vertigo. And here is your race leader, Hervas, who is doing a phenomenal job so far of gapping the rest of the field. So Hervas ahead of jazzybeats, and now Risbach on your screen right now, the number 20, with the Team Green pairing of CrookedWoody and RossCo in the following couple positions there. Drivers starting on the soft tyres. As Darkstar Finn says, Hervas is in fine form. Absolutely, yeah. Bannon showing well as well. And the 69 of CrookedWoody out of the USA. I wonder how many birthday mentions we're going to get to for Hervas. I think we should have a complete the lyric happy birthday comment challenge. Here comes CrookedWoody on the push here to try and overtake Rysbach. Rysbach starting on the medium tyres. This is partially explaining Rysbach's struggle relative to the drivers both now in front and behind of him, holding them up as we run through. Brum's gonna take the bait there. Fantastic. As the next one comes through. We've got Woody in fourth, RossCo in fifth place. Both drivers on the soft tyres on the A strategy here, and you can see Bannon in P7 chasing down the driver in front of him, Kandras, who's joined us new, a second Hungarian driver to join us here at the World Championship of VR Racing, of course. Running through, and he can't quite make the move just yet. And the drivers, the gaps have opened out massively. Unfortunately, the track map is no longer working for us, sadly, here. So you can... it's not working, guys. Even if you retract messages, Brummett says that you've retracted them. So we're trying, but it's not quite there. It's a tag team between the two of you, so we're trying hard here. Between Darkstar Finn and Brum. They're also claiming positions on the chat leaderboard as we speak. Let me know, folks, if it's better to have a stream on the picture, but we have got a couple drivers who are not showing. We've got a track map that's not functioning. I think it might be time to turn off Hector. We've enjoyed some time with Bannon, but it's only Jazzybeats and Bannon who are actually broadcasting through here, and I think it's now causing too many problems to really enjoy it. So let's go to the GT7 pictures for you. We've seen the top five. We've got Bannon in sixth ahead of Kandras in seventh place there in the Azul Racing colours. We've got Lord Souza in eighth. Nice gap for him behind to Canblussi, who I'm not sure what his name actually is. My apologies. Newcomer here, Canblussi, with Lord Topat ahead of Fonseca, and then Irish Liquid in 12th. Oscar is Oggy in P13, and Vertigo out in 14th position. Now these drivers with different nicknames and display names here. So Hervas leading by 5.6 seconds, and on the soft tyres, is there any hope later in the race? Well, it does look like Jazzybeats and Rysbach are running those medium tyres, so there is a little bit of hope that their gap is going to be sufficient, and their speed at the end of the race is going to be such that they'll be in a position to possibly challenge. You can tell I've got a tank full of Hopian next to me right now, but it's Woody in fourth, it's RossCo in fifth place, followed by Bannon and Kandras sixth and seventh, as all the kids start moving their hands up and down in the 6-7 dance. It's RossCo fifth, Bannon in sixth, and Kandras in seventh. Let's watch from Kandras's gyro cam here as we go through the roller coaster ride and towards Degna, which is a blink and you miss it turn one here of Degna. Try and get the car to grip back in. It's really difficult. Then it shaped the car nicely through turn two under the overpass, which is the timing beam and turning point of 130R that runs directly over the racetrack there and into that Kobayashi hairpin next. You can't really see a car behind despite going through that slow corner. Big gap then between the top seven and the rest of the drivers. Kandras in seventh, 15.1 seconds away from the outright lead of the race, but Kandras running the mediums, as is Bannon. So that is going to be feeding into our story a little bit later on. It was dark and moody and cloudy overhead earlier on. I don't know if the lobby reset has anything to do with it, but we did obviously then end up unfortunately losing that moody weather into bright sunshine. We'll keep an eye on the weather because it is something that can change. Is also changing right now. In on lap 5 comes Hervas there to enter the pit lane. This is big for our leader. That's quite early. End of lap 5. It is just spend every bit of grip that you've got for Hervas in the number 29 and get straight back out and attack. We'll see what tyres Hervas elects for. That means jazzybeats and Rizback. Jazzybeats Durso on your screen. Rizback in second now. Jazzybeats in P1 with RossCo in third. Bannon and Kandras. With Hervas coming out of the pit lane on medium tyres. Can he possibly run 15 laps on mediums? I expect probably not, given the amount of fuel he's put in the car right now as well. So I think this is going to be a soft medium medium or a soft medium soft strategy for Hervas, and he needs to make sure he's not losing time here behind P5 Kandras. As we've had Woody come in. Woody has come in, and that is ahead of my expectation because he started on the medium tyres. I wonder if he picked up some damage and needed to repair that damage at the earliest sort of plan B strategy here for Woody, which presumably would have been plan A, I would imagine, would have been medium and then another set of mediums before using the softs at the end. But I think he's come in and put another set of mediums on to just minimize his loss. So it will just be stretching that middle stint out because you do have to change compound. Looks like a Michelangelo orange turtle helmet design there for Lord Souza, going full team orange, which I like to see. Rizback is still within touch of the driver in front, Jazzybeats, 2.3 seconds, and then Bannon's gap is now 7.1 just to Rizback in P2. So Bannon having a little bit of trouble there, but he has been able to get his way ahead of RossCo, who has probably left these softs running a little bit too late. Lap 6 on the softs, and those are looking like danger level, puncture level front left tyres on his car. So he's in. That's a little bit of learning for someone on his first race with us, and something that he probably won't want to revisit. Hervas has gained 2 seconds on Kandras there in P5, Kandras in P4. You can see then Hervas was lightning quick on the softs, but I seem to remember that he's brilliant in qualifying trim on the softest tyre, but he wasn't quite as quick relative to the other drivers. I don't think he has a half second advantage over the other drivers on the harder compounded tyres, and especially over the course of a race distance. We have a yellow flag on the circuit ahead, and that is Rizback having a problem, and that is the typical place to have a problem here at Suzuka through Degner 2. Oh wow, okay, so we were just oversteering slightly through Degner 2, and while the car was slightly pitched round, we asked a little bit too much of that grip. But Rizback then causing himself a little bit of damage on this 7th lap. That is problematic. So Bannon has gone ahead of Rizback out here, and that is going to help Bannon's race, but Bannon has not really gained any time on our current leader, Jazzybeats Durso on your screen. 10.6 seconds ahead of Bannon, but it's Rizback who lost out on that lap. Considering that other drivers had their issues with that soft tyre just a few laps ago, it's definitely a tricky situation to manage. Looks like Rizback getting his speed back to a certain degree here, and that's very, very useful for him. And yeah, he's decided to bail into the pit lane, helping Hervas to another position, as we saw. They're just picking up another place, back to 4th then. 13.7 seconds away from the outright lead of the race is Hervas, championship leader, double podium our only driver so far to be on the podium for the first 2 races, and Lord Souza then in 5th. I must say, we've had a promotion, a mid-season, early season promotion, to see Hot Laps head off to the GT3 car divisions. I think he's gone to G2. So whether that's out of preference and request, or a team change for strengths and weaknesses, or just simply because he wanted to and he didn't like these cars, who knows? I haven't had any information on that one, but I'd love to hear it. Team Green then, CrookedWoody in P6 on his second set of tyres, 1.1 seconds away from Lord Souza in 5th place. RossCo, his teammate, with the Saltair Scottish flag on the car, just about everywhere. I noticed that that RossCo's got a German and Ukrainian flag on his front wing, so a certain amount of latitude for the drivers. And RossCo also has a rather Irish 4-leaf clover on his front wheel covers as well. Camblusi's in 8th place, 1.8 seconds away from RossCo. Lord Top Hat has a good battle going on right now. As Monkey Games says, VR Hot Laps, and that's the YouTube channel you want, has a video on the subject. So thank you very much, Monkey. Drop that in the main comments of the video for us, would you? Yeah, that would be very, very helpful. I did mean to put that as an end screen on a previous stream, so we'll try and do that. Oh, Rizback getting into it with Rodrigo Fonseca there. A little nudge in the corner. I don't know if we would decide that that was problematic or not, but brand new racing mediums for Rizback. He knows he's got a little bit more speed here, and he claims the inside line through 130R, well ahead then before the Casio triangle. But I just want to have another look at that and get our live audience's point of view on it. I think we just had a bit of an incident as well. So is this, would you argue that this is possibly a push to pass? It was very, very gentle, and I think the performance delta between the cars was down to potentially the tyre difference rather than anything else, rather than the contact. But of course Rizback could have removed any doubt from that situation by not making the overtake at that moment. Lord Top is in 8th. We've got Rizback in 9th now. Oscar in P10. Lord Souza in 11th. And here is riding on board, shall we, with Oscar. He's got a good view of the racetrack ahead of him. I do prefer the gyro cam actually for the sense of speed, and sort of side blur there as we run through Degner 1 and 2, the 67 in towards that Degner 2. Rizback fighting Lord Top Hat now. Let's see what Rizback's up to. Have a look down into the hairpin, possibly, and there may be some lag on that car, unfortunately, and I think that is what's happening. I think from Rizback's point of view, that was almost impossible to manage. We'll have another look at that from Chase Cam, but it did look like Lord Top Hat's car was kind of doing the impossible. Yeah, for me, Rizback committed to the outside there, and then the car teleported across into his path. But you'll have to let me know. Of course, this is a French-based driver ahead of fighting with an Australian-based driver using, I think, Spanish-based host internet connections. So there is likely to be a little bit of trouble between that great distance for the information to travel in real time. Lord Top Hat is unable to get the overlap as they go through 130R with Oscar. Lord Top Hat still on hard tyres here. Might be trying to one-stop this one, but he's 25 seconds away from Hervas's lead of the race at the moment. Where is Hervas? Well, here he is on his second set of tyres. He was the first one to stop after lap 5 off the softs. And then we've got jazzybeats here, who's gone onto the hard tyre. Now he's in a good position because we know Hervas will pit again. I'm sure Durso jazzybeats will as well, looking at the amount of fuel left in the car potentially, but we will see. I think though everybody on similar fuel loads. Here is Team Green coming through. The single seaters, of course, with fuel banned in refueling banned, not fuel banned, but refueling is banned in the single seaters this season with incredible penalties. if you do transgress. I can see RossCo has adjusted his livery and kept my sticker on the nose, so big thank you to him. I'm going to shout out and recognise that. There is our drivers coming through this awesome hairpin. We could do with it being a little bit tighter and maybe having a little bit more grip on the outside, but yeah, really enjoyable to see them all come through there. Yeah, no, so we've got essentially hard tyre run to the end of the race for Jazzybeats. We'll see what his first flying lap looks like, and we'll see what the Team Green are up to, both on the same strategy, on medium it seems to me, but I think one of them did have to pit slightly earlier than planned. We've got Bannon in P5. I thought that maybe some drivers would try the hards if they started on the softs, but I don't think that's actually happened. I don't think that's actually eventuated with Bannon there. We've got Camblusi about to kill his tyres, and he does go into the pit lane. That was mighty close. Camblusi pushing the limit there of what his car was going to accept. Here comes Rizback taking a shortcut to the line. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe that just because it was a personal best in that moment. Go back to Durso then and see his last lap. Still reading as a 2:10. Now that's not very helpful to us because Hervas is running 2:09. Some drivers didn't get into the 2-minute point anything in qualifying. Hervas running that on old medium tyres, such is his current domination of this rookie league. Having raced against Hervas already this calendar year after the last race of SVR, I went racing with Hervas with a group called Project Racing, who held something very kindly titled the Webo Cup, and Hervas was insanely good. His performance improvement from, I want to say, about October 2025 through to probably December, January was absolutely incredible. I know he spent a lot of time working with his team boss Vader. Possible pit lane penalty, says Brum on that entry for the driver. We'll go have a look at that, shall we? I'm sure he's out of the pits already. It was Camblusi, wasn't it? Oh, it didn't register. This is his outlap, so he has avoided that one. What an incredible helmet design have we got going on here. I'm going to have a look at that in a moment, but it's fresh on brand new hard tyres, and he's fighting hard with Lord Souza, perhaps. Might we suggest a little too hard? Too hard for his own run through. Certainly. Let's go back to have another look at that one from the trackside camera. I was just wanting to have a look at this helmet design, and look at this one. So, turning in, we are side to side on the way into the corner. And then, unfortunately, it's a big spinella on the exit for him. Sorry, we've just trying to get the right camera. But yes, this helmet design for him, it's like a side parting haircut, essentially. Very unusual. I don't know if that camera angle is quite giving giving the detail there. Yeah. Well, there you have it. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting there. So, Durso is now 14.6 seconds. That's Jazzybeats in P2. He's on the hard tyres. That is within the pit stop window. But how much more will that gap open and then reclose again between himself and the leader, given that he's running a 203.5 to a 201.0? So it does look like Hervas is checking out of Dodge right now. RossCo chasing down Team Green. Bannon chasing down Team Green right now. RossCo in the middle with his teammate Woody in front. RossCo playing the team game very nicely, I have to say, at this stage. Not really challenging Woody, who is obviously more likely to be in a good position there. I can see James Bond. Sean Connery's James Bond on the side of RossCo's car as well. I wonder if he wants a Tamashanta and a bottle of whiskey just to, and maybe a Jackie Stewart tartan ribbon along the car as well, just to go full Scott. But yeah. I just want to have a look at Bannon's view of this because you can see the message there from James Bond, and I think it's, if you're not first, you're last. Possibly. We'll have to get a little bit closer to see. So using the slipstream, no DRS, no ERS, no battery, no NOS boost here, just pure driver skill and strategy. A little bit of setup, effectively just able to change the downforce. Good catch from Bannon there on the way out of turn 2, but unfortunately that's not going to help him chase down the driver in front. Let's as he pitches the car in, and sideways we go here. Wow, what a catch! That is going to get some bonus style points for that one. I know that style points require you to sort of have a moment and lose grip in the first place, but you've got to love a bit of sideways action, and saving a tank slapper at that angle of rotation, quite something. This is Rizback then, still then on the hunt here for a better result. He had a bit of damage. We've got Bannon going slowly again through the Degners. I don't know if there's some big problem with Bannon's car. Oh wow, not what you want to see at all, and I think that is just slight distraction there. Yeah, Bannon wide, and then we'll just see. This is Bugish Bandy as he heads down in towards the next tight corner. He dives to the inside and just completely outbrakes himself, sadly, and off onto the grass. A little bit of action then as we go through into that lap 13 of the 20. Kandras down to 7th. Rizback picking up 2 places. His teammate letting him go by. No damage on Bannon's car as we run through. And Herbas leads by 16.1 seconds from jazzybeats. Durso in P2. And CrookedWoody is now 3rd in our race so far. Woody managing to pick up a P4 and a P7, so hasn't stepped on the podium yet in our championship, and he would absolutely love to now, especially as he is covering the costs of the broadcasts. I think that is that's definitely going to be a very welcome factor for him. He'll be nervously thinking behind him there, thinking about the car behind him there, because you do have some issues. So he'll be just getting used to our driver pairing, using the team radio. But you never quite know until you cross the line whether your driver who's playing rear gunner, your new teammate, will play the team game or not before the end of the race. RossCo is keeping the pressure on, not getting so close that they're risking contact, but certainly making sure that Woody is feeling the pressure and earning this one. And he's absolutely there to pounce if there is going to be a problem later on in the race. Rizback 5th, 7.6 seconds away from RossCo. Still with another pit stop to make, I think. I mean, these mediums might get home, but they're not going to be happy at all. Kandras on the hards in 7th. Oscar in P8 had that nightmare lap 1 with one of the weirdest accidents going through the Casio triangle I've ever seen. Camplusi in P9. We saw some interesting moments for him. Looks like a little bit of lag for Camplusi as well, possibly. Lord Souza in 10th. Irish Liquid currently 11th. We'll spend a bit of time with these guys because they're ahead of Vertigo and Rodrigo Fonseca. This is Irish Liquid for the space liveried Team Black car, heading to tackle the inside line of Spoon 1. That's a little bit on the clumsy side. That was from a long way back from Irish Liquid, and it looks like Vertigo is going to be pouncing back here. I'm going to save that replay because it's contentious, but why not go 3 wide down the backstretch towards 130R with absolutely no boost to separate the drivers. Lord Souza gets ahead into 11th. Vertigo's got 2 for 1 running through that section, and all precipitated by Irish Liquid going for, I would argue, a slightly circumspect manoeuvre here. Let's have a look. This is Souza. Oh, it's not got me all the way back to where I wanted it, sadly. Okay. Unfortunately, the replay just hasn't quite caught the moment that I was hoping for. Irish Liquid decides to pit. So does Lord Souza here to get off those tyres. So definitely won't do another 6 racing laps. Out in front by 16.5 seconds. You can see the time starting to drop now for Hervas on the medium tyres, and you can actually see the wear rate on those front mediums being very difficult for him. Here is jazzybeats rocking the Team Orange livery in P2, and we've got CrookedWoody circulating still just ahead of his very Scottish teammate RossCo as we run into that's spoon 1 and into spoon 2. Not named after the utensil, I believe, the cutlery utensil. I believe it's named after the tuning company spoon. You will see lots of spoon car modification and tuning trends if you have a look at it on online, but also in previous Gran Turismo games I saw spoon-tuned cars. So I think that's probably what we're naming that the corner sequence after, rather than that. Running through through that Casio triangle as our teammate goes into the pits. RossCo stays out. Now there's no reason for RossCo to stay out due to team stacking. We have enough pit boxes at Suzuka for the drivers to each have their own. But he will try and stay out now and perform the overcut, and that's going to be really interesting to see where Woody comes out relative to his teammate, who I don't believe can get these mediums home. Jazzybeats. Hervas has had an issue. Hervas has lost time in a big way. He's had his... Excuse me. Sorry to panic, everybody. He lost a lot of time. That's because it's his outlap right now. Hervas is down to just 1.4 seconds away from Jazzybeats, who's on old hard tyres, and he can see Hervas on brand new softs, and that is perfect for Hervas. His time delta was just sufficient to fit new soft tyres and come out and retain the lead of the race. I would imagine now it would be very easy for Hervas to just drift, walk his way away from Jazzybeats and dash any of Jazzybeats' hopes and dreams of a win here very, very quickly. RossCo still P3. Woody is in P5. That's the driver he's most likely racing. Kandras could find his way onto the podium here because he did fit the hard tyres on his debut with us. That will be absolutely fantastic. Kandras Burgess Bandy is his handle as well. So he continues then as we get a much better view of how blue this Team Azul car actually is, the matte blue colour on the car. We have struggled to not think of it as black in the darker conditions, but now we've got the sun shining on it, it is making a little bit more by way of sense. Lap 16 just finishing here for RossCo. I would imagine we're heading into the pit lane. That is the terrible camera there that stares at a bunch of grass on the exit of the last curve, the imaginatively named last curve. What is happening here? It looks like Woody has had some problems getting out of spoon 2, and Bannon has absolutely pounced on him. Let's have a look for Woody. What went down here? Look how far back he came from. Oh, I think Woody lost it through 130R, unfortunately. And Bannon now pits. That is going to really help Woody as he sees his teammate perform the overcut. That little loss of time fighting with another driver has cost CrookedWoody possibly a run at the podium, if not certainly an easy score over his teammate. Here is Woody then, and he's on brand new soft tyres. Everybody in their final 10% of fuel, pretty much. I mean, Woody has used a bit more fuel, running first of the two Team Green cars. What, I wonder, does RossCo do, and what do the team do here when we've got a driver who has already completed the 2 previous rounds of the championship, even though we're quite a long way from the end of the championship? Do we start talking about team orders this early? I would imagine not. But CrookedWoody has marked his cards already as a challenger in this championship, running P3 now in the championship after the 2 rounds, and a newcomer. He seems to certainly be on a level, if not slightly quicker than his teammate today at Suzuka. And let me know what you would do if you were team boss of Team Green in the live chat today, or in the post-race comments section under the video. Just a quick moment. We've lost our leader. We've lost Hervas, who has disconnected from a certain victory. Hervas is gone. jazzybeats takes the lead of our race. Absolutely outstanding problem there for Hervas, and on his birthday as well. 3 laps from the end, and he's gone from the room, and his car's broken down. And maybe the duct tape G29 has finally given up the ghost, but something has gone for Hervas, and he's out of our race. That is absolutely heartbreaking for him. Kandras is now in P2 on his debut, with RossCo in P3 on brand new soft tyres and chasing down Kandras. 3.5 seconds and just 2.5 laps left to go in the race for RossCo. Woody's in 4th and unable to really set any inroads into RossCo's 4-second gap. Then we've got Riz back in P5. You can never take your eyes off a sim race, because this is how quickly things can turn. Riz back in 5th. Oscar in 6th place, not far away from him. Then a small gap out from Oscar's 6th to Cam Blussy's 7th, and he drifts like an absolute pro in the PSV Team Gold car. I'm tempted to have another look at that, because I absolutely love watching drivers hold drift. So let's have a look. A Welsh flag on the car, and he pitches the car in to Dunlop. Check that one out. That would have gotten good points in a 2-gate championship drive up the mountain. It's Bannon in P8 with Sousa in 9th. Irish Liquid in 10th place. Vertigo not far away from him as well. Triple car battle pack here for 9th, 10th and 11th positions. Wask can't believe what he's seeing there, as we've lost our race leader, and your heart goes out to Hervas, because that is absolutely terrible for him. Here is Vertigo chasing down Irish Liquid. These 3 cars have had a little bit of contact and have had a lot of fun already. Here comes Vertigo, nose slightly ahead as they're going to try and turn into Spoon. This is where things went wrong a couple laps earlier. Irish Liquid can't get the performance, the clean air stolen off the front wing, and he loses performance like mad. Here comes Vertigo. Can he get another 2 for 1 as he follows Lord Sousa? Got a better exit, gets a slipstream, ducks out of that slipstream for that small burst of speed, gets the inside line into 130R, and Vertigo will be through. Will he? Wow, they almost clash wheels. He seems to run out of top speed there at the end, and now they go into Casio Triangle, and Lord Sousa's superior top speed helped him regain that position. Well, that was absolutely crazy there. Here comes Vertigo back on Lord Sousa, trying to get that slipstream, but Lord Sousa holds firm on the inside line. The party dude today, as we head into turn 1. Who's braver? Oh, wow, that was mental from Vertigo. Apologies for any offence caused, but that was absolutely incredible from Vertigo round the outside as he as he threads the needle. Lord Sousa left to make his own arrangements on the inside, but he's still fighting back. He's back ahead through the S's. Who overtakes in the S's? Lord Sousa overtakes in the S's. That's who. Let's have a look at this one. How close was this as Vertigo... Oh, got the wrong replay section again. The replay is not working, I don't think. It is overshooting and shooting back a lap. Sad to say. And there goes... Oh, there goes... Vertigo off into the wall out of Degner 2. Let's see if there'll be the replay buff will be kind to us here. Oh, that is absolutely heartbreaking, because he's put in some insane moves, but he never really had the grip back. But as he turns into... Yeah, he lost the car. He really lost the car through Degner 1, and it just spat him back out through the rest of it. It's lap 19 for these runners. It's the final lap for jazzybeats. I think this will be jazzybeats. very first win at SVR, if you can hang on for this final lap of the race. RossCo is 2 seconds ahead of Kandras in P3. We may have missed the overtake for RossCo on Kandras. I'll just double check, we can't see it. No, sad to say, but I do think that is a tyre difference, but that is hard to overcome, and Kandras spills it through the S's as well. Kandras off in the gravel through turn 5, and that is curtains for his podium. One man's loss though is Team Green's gain, and it's also a gain for Aussie. Oscar there, as Kandras cannot get those rears back under control. That is huge. It is what a drama in the final portion of this race. Woody's in P3, Oscar in 4th, Kandras Burgess in P5, and then now Bannon in P6. This is insane stuff. We could have a double Team Green podium, which will be thoroughly unpredicted after the first pit stops, but there we have it. Jazzybeats leads the race. He's gone for the medium hard strategy on a one stop. Hervas, sadly, and he showed up there, so please send your commiserations to Hervas in the live chat. We were absolutely heartbroken for you, Hervas. Here comes Woody and Oscar through Spoon Corner. But now will be the time that Jazzybeats will start to believe that this win is possible for him. Here he is in Team Orange. Jazzybeats wins in Suzuka round 3 of the championship with a very, very drama-filled race. Certainly last quarter of the race was insane here as RossCo on his debut comes through and takes a second position for his Team Green. His teammate here, CrookedWoody, comes home in 3rd place, and I think if someone had offered him that at the start of the race, he'd have bitten their hand off. Oscar in 4th, and after lap 1, what a turnaround for him. Kandras in 5th, couldn't quite get the car home safely, and Bannon home in 6th place. We've got Cam Bluesy in 7th, then crossing the line in his golden liveried car, and Risbach home in 8th after almost missing the start of the race. Lord Souza versus Lord Top Hat. It's changing positions at the end between the two lords. Somehow Irish Liquid's in the mix of this one as well. Looks like we've had a big drama at the end there as Lord Souza run out of fuel potentially. Let's have a look. Where is he? I see Lord Souza. No, he just completely went on and then into the barrier at the Casio Triangle. I think we might need to have a second check of that now we've actually got this. Was he sent into the barrier, I wonder? That was into 130R. And he tries to take the middle lane. I think there was a little bit of contact into the corner there, sadly. But a fantastic win. Get to the results screen, Webbo. A fantastic win for Jazzybeats there ahead of RossCo and CrookedWoody. Oscar's in 4th, Burgess Bandy or Kandras in 5th, Bannon Cannon in 6th place with Cam Bluesy or Taff in 7th, Risbach home in 8th place. These are all provisional results, of course, prior to any steward inquiries. Lord Top Hat finishing ahead in 9th of Irish Liquid. Lord Souza in 11th in the barriers at the end on the last lap. Vertigo in 12th with Rodrigo Fonseca in 13th. And Hervas, unfortunately, with the fastest lap, registering a DNF from an almost certain victory. Well, thanks everybody so much for enjoying the race with us today. If whenever you happen to watch it, do hit something positive under the video. Make sure you're subscribing to this channel and to my channel, Webbo Red 5. But from us here at SVR, stay tuned. We'll be on again very soon for S1 if you're watching live. But from us at SVR, and from me, Webbo, thanks so much for watching. We will catch you on the next race day.